All right, guys, welcome back to another unboxing. This is one of the most unusual unboxings I've ever done. It's on a watch brand I've never owned, oddly enough, and never thought I would own. It's an Invicta. And you're probably thinking, why would he buy an Invicta? Nothing wrong with Invicta. They use Seiko movements. But this is a weird retro jump hour that really, I didn't even know Invicta had come out with. Wasn't even on my radar until I saw them come up for sale. And I thought, where did these come from? Who at Invicta actually came up with this thing? If you don't know what a jump hour is, well, about to find out. You're going to see it's a super cool retro watch that apparently Invicta had. This is an original design of theirs, but other companies made jump hours. I had a Timex, but you think about it, I think there was just about every manufacturer back there in the late 60s, early 70s, prior to the digital age, started making these jump hour dial watches. This is an automatic. I believe it uses an NH35. I don't know. I've never seen the inside of one of these. Never seen the back taken off of one of these guys. So we will see. There's a little Invicta. I don't really care about that. And here you go. You're seeing this live. This is the gold with green face. They also have a rose gold. It's a 38 millimeter. This is the green gold, not rose gold. This lady on the back is supposed to be, from what I understand, Invicta's original logo back before they kind of became a budget watch. Invicta's been around for a long time. Never owned one, but this was just so cool. So the reason it's called a jump hour is that you're basically going to see that go from an 8 to a 9. You're not looking at separate indices on a dial. The number doesn't actually jump. It does rotate slowly, but that's what these watches have always been called. So looks like this has got somewhat of a solid end link to it. It's crazy. It's crazy the fact that a watch company like Invicta would come out with something like this. I'll try it on. I've got small wrists. This is a 38 millimeter. Wow, that's groovy. Now keep in mind, this isn't a new design. These have been around. This isn't something that Invicta just thought up. This style is relatively familiar to anybody that's collected watches or know jump hours. You basically have 3 discs. One's the second, then you have the minute and the hour disc. I haven't worn this or wound it up. Let's see if we can get that disc to start going. Now you see that second disc rotating. So groovy, man. The one I had was a Timex and it was a piece of junk. It wouldn't keep time. So when I saw that this came out, I thought, wow, it's really cool. Let's set the time on it. So you can see how these rotate. Look at that. It's wild. There's no date on this one, but man, I tell you what. Where else are you going to see one of these? Unless you buy an original and have it worked on, and you're highly unlikely to get any parts. To get a brand new watch with, and this is probably an NH35 movement. Invicta uses a Seiko movement. It's a stainless steel coated case. Screw down case back. I mean, where are you going to get something like that? Wow. Yeah, you can buy one off eBay, have it overhauled, and see if you can get it to work. But that's just super cool. Bracelet feels decent. I don't think you need to swap it out, but looks like you could easily pop on like a black crocodile strap to this. Take this off if it's a little too dressy for you. Even like a brown aged leather would look good on that. It's got some brush and then some polished edging. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, a lot of people crack on Invicta, but the Pro Diver is a great watch. They don't make junk. It's just they're known for their Marvel, Star Wars, Batman type watches that they put out there. But whoever they had working the day that they came out with this knew what he was doing. He delved back into their archives because apparently this model does exist, is an original back in the 70s. So you can do some searching and look for it. So it's pretty retro and has a bit of history. You know, you're looking at this just as I am, so it's kind of hard to see through the camera what's going on back here. Waterproof. You know, it's not a screw down crown, so I don't think I would get this wet, nor would I want to mess with this finish. But you want a cool, super retro, just awesome watch to add to your collection. Look at that. That disc rotate. It's awesome. You know, people crack on Invicta. Invicta owns glycine. I own several glycines. So if you're going to make something with a good movement that has some heritage to it and makes sense to me, I've never seen another company come out with a jump hour in the last 10 years that wasn't quartz. Now, you might see a Fossil or a Nixon, but those are always quartz. This is an automatic, true jump hour. And I love how they stayed true to form with this groovy green face and the gold accent and that little Invicta arrow. And that's, again, their original logo. I did some research on this thing before it arrived. It'd be nice if it was a see-through case back, but again, they kept to the originality of it. So, hats off to Invicta. I doubt they'll do this again. Never seen them do anything like this, but they have the capability to put out some pretty good watches if they do it. This has got a pretty good heft to it. I mean, it weighs as much as this Mito 38 millimeter. I mean, it's got some weight to it. So I thought it was going to be chintzy and plasticky and really lightweight, but it's got some good weight to it. The case feels solid. Looks like it's just standard pin, adjustable links. I'd probably take this bracelet off just to save it and put it on like a black strap. So anyway, there you go. I think this is the first video on YouTube of this super cool rare Invicta. And this isn't old stock. This is 2022 production. You can see, just came in the box. Don't think there's any warranty card or anything. This is pretty basic. And I ordered this directly from Invicta. See anything in here? I didn't get the big Invicta case. Like I said, this is the only one I've ever owned. Let's see. Receipt. That was it. So, I'd say get these while you can, because I doubt anybody else is going to be putting out a jump hour, especially at this price, for pretty good quality. If you guys got any questions, leave them in the comments below. Appreciate it.